Hello and welcome you all in my video tutorial. This video is for class 9th, chapter number 3, Types of Software, part 1. As we discussed in previous chapter and we have learned about computer hardware. As you all know, a computer is a machine which does not process any intelligence. It follows the instruction given by the user. A computer without instruction is like a car without driver. A set of instructions which perform a specific task is called program, and the collection of computer programs that provide instruction to the computer like what to do and how to do is known as software. Dear student, again I repeat, set of instructions called program, and that collection of program that provide instruction is known as software. Without software, a computer cannot work. Similarly, if hardware is not there, then software is of no use. Now in this chapter, we are going to discuss about classification of software. First, let me tell you what is a software. As I told you just now only, a computer software is a collection of program and procedure that instruct a computer how to perform different type of tasks. A software enhances the capability of the hardware and directs the computer to perform operations like input, process and output. If we discuss about classification, then computer software classified in two different parts: system software and application software, and both having some categories. System software categorized in four different parts. First one is operating system, language processor, device driver and utility software. Application software having general purpose application software, specific purpose application software and customized software. Now next we are going to discuss each and every points in detail. So first we are going to discuss about system software. System software, it is a collection of one or more programs which are designed to control the overall operation and performance of a computer system. A computer system acts as an interface between the user and the computer. Dear student, act as an interface, it means, as you all know, and in previous video also I told you, our computer only understood 0 and 1 or binary language, nothing but that is called low level language. But as a human being, we understood high level language. So it is very difficult to give instruction in low level language for a human being. So for this only we are using softwares, and it acts as an interface or bridge between user and computer. Some of the functions of system software like to read the data from the input devices. Next is to transmit the processed information to output devices. Next is to check the working order of all peripheral devices. Peripheral devices means all the connecting devices. Next is to convert data and instruction into binary form that can be understood by a computer. Next, if we are going to discuss, then the main or important system software that we have is operating system. So before starting, let me tell you what is an operating system. Computer, being a machine, cannot do anything on its own. because it needs instruction to perform any action. And the instruction to be converted in the language which a machine understood. It means it converted in binary language or low level language. It means that user cannot communicate with the computer directly, as I told you just now only. So for this only, we need an interface, or we need a system software. That system software or interface is our operating system. An operating system is a software which performs all the basic tasks like file management, memory management, processor management, handling input and output, and control peripheral devices such as disk driver and printer. It means all the operations of our machine controlled by the operating system. And operating system provides a platform where all the application softwares are running. For general example, if you have a car, then for moving a car, you need a platform. Platform means road and a driver. Here also, for controlling peripheral devices and running the application software, we need a platform. That platform is our operating system. That is why we can say that operating system acts as an central coordinator between hardware and the software. The hardware provides the user with basic physical resources to work upon. The application or utility software used to perform a variety of functions on the computer like solving problems, creating documents, playing games, etc. Next we discuss the operating system is classified in two different parts. First one is GUI, second one is CUI. So let me tell you what is GUI and what is CUI. GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. It is also known as GUI. This operating system is graphical based and interactive in nature. You can use several devices like mouse, keyboard, etc. to interact with the system. Windows is the most popular GUI in use nowadays. In other words, dear student, GUI means graphical user interface. It means right now whatever system or mobile smartphone we are using, that all are based on GUI based operating system. And GUI based operating system are user friendly are providing user friendly interface. Like suppose if I told you use your mobile phone and click a picture. So the first step you are going to do is you click on the icon, camera icon. It means in GUI based interface, whatever task you want to do, for that you simply have to click on that particular icon. Next thing that I am going to tell you is CUI. It stands for Character User Interface. It is also known as CUI. This type of operating system requires you to type command in order to interact with system. Some of the CUI based operating systems like Unix and DOS. Dear student, CUI means Character User Interface. It means to perform any task inside CUI based interface or CUI based operating system, you must have knowledge about that particular command. So that is why we can say that CUI based operating system are not user friendly operating system, as you have to remember the commands, various commands to perform various type of actions. So CUI based operating system that we have is Unix, DOS, and many more are there. If we talk about GUI based operating system, then we have Windows operating system, Android operating system, and apart from this, so many operating systems that we have that is based on GUI. Next thing that I am going to discuss, functions of operating system. As I told you, operating system act as central coordinator between hardware and software. Thus it provides or it manages some functions. That functions are, first one is processor management. An operating system manages the working of processor by allocating various jobs to it. It also ensures that each process and application receive through time by the processor to function properly. Next function that we have is memory management. An operating system manages the sharing of internal memory among multiple applications. It assigns memory to various programs whenever required. It also frees the memory when it is not in use. Next function that we have is device management. An operating system controls the working of all input and output devices. It means our operating system will control all the input, output and storage devices. Like if you observe, dear student, whenever you start your computer, then it will take some time. During that time, operating system checks all the connected hardwares whether it will that all will working properly or not. After that, you are getting the welcome screen. Next function that we have is file management. An operating system keeps track of information regarding creation, deletion, transfer, copy and storage of files in an organized way. That is why it is possible whenever you want to search any particular file, so within fraction of second you may get that particular file. It means our operating system manages all the files in an organized way. Next function that we have is error detection and security. Error detection and security, it provides security by means of passwords to prevent the misuse of computer. It means, dear student, if you are using computer, so you must have to secure your computer with password to prevent your data with misuse. Next function that we have is job scheduling. In multitasking operating system where multiple programs run at the same time, the operating system determines which applications should run in which order and how much time should be allotted to each application in turn. For example, for a simple example, dear student, suppose you are going in a bank and you have some work. So for that, you may stand in a queue and wait for your turn. As you reaches to the counter, you will take some time. After finishing your work, you leave that particular counter. So like this also, in multitasking operating system, it will handle multiple programs at the same time. It means along with working, if you want to listen music, then we are having only one processor, but that particular processor is capable to handle multiple tasks at the same time. So in this way, our operating system functions so many internal things that we perform on our computer. Next thing that I am going to discuss is device driver. These are special programs which control the execution of particular hardware device. They are used to convert the instruction given by the operating system into commands that can easily be interpreted by the specific hardware device. Whenever we purchase a new hardware, for example, suppose you purchase a printer and you need to install the printer software. With an installation disk, this loads the driver into the operating system and enable us to use that particular hardware. Similarly, every hardware such as monitor, scanner, mouse, keyboard, modem, etc. has its own driver. Devices from different manufacturers need their own drivers to function properly. And one thing more here I want to tell you with an example. As I told you previously also, if you have a car and you want to move that particular car, so you need two things. First one is platform, that is your operating system. Next one is driver. And without these two things, you are not able to move that particular car. So similarly here also, if you use any hardware, then for this you need a driver. Without driver, that particular hardware is not able to work. And if you have noticed, whenever you connect any external device, so it will take some time. During that time, the driver will install. After successfully installing the driver, that particular device, you are able to work. So these all things that I am trying to tell you. Hope you will understood. Next softwares or next categories we will continue in next video. Thank you, dear student.